My lunch break, a coworker leaned over to look at the new watch my husband had given me. Fiona, why does the screw on the back of this watch look like it's been messed with? My stomach dropped. I grabbed a small precision tool from my desk and carefully unscrewed the backplate. Inside was a micro GPS tracker. My mind raced, flashing back to all the times Jared had called me lately during my shifts, always saying, "I love you, babe," with a strange, frantic intensity. Yet when I came home, he wouldn't let me near him. I threw the watch into my desk drawer, grabbed my car keys, and bolted out of the office. I slammed my foot on the gas. The world blurred outside the windows as my car tore down the road. The only thing spinning in my head was the image of that tracker. I screeched to a halt in front of our apartment building, threw the car into park, and rushed through the lobby. I pressed the elevator button repeatedly, my heart hammering against my ribs. The doors slid shut, lifting me to the 17th floor. The moment they cracked open, I squeezed through and ran down the hallway to our door. I pounded on the wood with everything I had. "Jared, open the door!" Silence. "Open up, Jared! I know you're in there!" I screamed, throwing my fists against the door. After what felt like an eternity, the door finally opened a fraction of an inch. Jared stood there in his silk robe, his hair slightly disheveled, his cheeks flushed a deep, guilty pink. "Fiona, what are you doing back? Did something happen?" He gripped the doorknob, blocking the entryway. I shoved past him and stormed inside. The living room looked exactly as I had left it this morning. "Are you out of your mind, Fiona?" Jared yelled from behind me. I ignored him and marched straight into our bedroom. I ripped the comforter off the bed. Empty. I pulled open the closet doors, then dropped to my knees to look underneath the bed frame. "What are you looking for?" he asked, trailing after me, his voice trembling. I spun around and ran into the master bathroom, ripping open the shower curtain. Nothing. "What is wrong with you? Did something go wrong at work? You're scaring me." Jared reached out and grabbed my arm. His hand was ice cold. I flung his hand off. "Where is she?" Jared's face went entirely pale. "Who? What are you talking about?" Suddenly, a muffled commotion rose from the street below. There were shouts, followed by a man's sharp scream. "She jumped! Someone fell from the balcony! I think it was the 17th floor!" I froze. The 17th floor. Our floor. I lunged toward the bedroom window. "Don't look!" Jared threw himself in front of me, spreading his arms to block my path. "Fiona, please don't look!" His face was white, his voice cracking with sheer panic. "Get out of my way," I said, staring him down. "I don't want you to see it. You'll have nightmares." He wept, shaking his head, refusing to budge. The more he resisted, the more I needed to see. I shoved him hard against the wall. He let out a muffled grunt, his knees buckling as he slid down to the floor. I leaned out the window, looking down. On the grass below, a few neighbors had gathered, pointing up at our building. But the lawn was empty. There was no blood, no body, no ambulance. An older woman called out, "Where did she go? Weren't she hanging from the ledge just a second ago?" Another woman replied, "You must be seeing things. There's no one there. Let's go inside." The crowd slowly began to disperse. I pulled my head back in, suddenly drained of all strength. I turned around and looked at Jared, who was slumped against the wall. On his face was an unmistakable, sickening look of relief. I walked over to him. "Where is